it is going to be an historic bid for the presidency. He right now is the oldest president to have ever held office, and running at the age of 82 is going to raise issues. I think that raises large questions about generational issues within the Democratic Party and the opportunities for leadership, but just also in terms of his health and well-being. At this early stage, 18 months out, you're not going to see uniform support all across the board within the party. But what we can expect are the vast majority of Democrats to come home. And that's in part because right now they're expressing, their interest in some idealized alternative that has yet to be named. And they would like to hold out for that. There are these lingering anxieties about having an 82-year-old run for office, which are real. But I think the biggest force that's going to actually bring them home within the party is that the alternative is going to be a Republican. And right now, the front runner appears to be Trump himself. He's going to have to run on things about how he can steward us through these difficult times. The economy is better. We're out of COVID, not completely, but we're in a much better place. Inflation rates are dropping. We're respected around the world in ways that we weren't before. These kinds of messages I expect to hear from a Biden candidacy. And I think he can readily run on those. And I think the other thing that he can argue is that he's not a chaos candidate in ways that Trump plainly is. And so he's restored a measure of, if not civility, then at least calm to our national politics relative to what it was in the 4 prior years.
I tell you, the other thing that will work for him throughout the country that really wasn't as much on the agenda in 2020 as it will be for 2024, and that is abortion, the abortion issue and guns. And find those sweet spots for issues where he knows that the polls are on his side. But also, to me, the symbolism of the White House is the most important symbolic element for a president who is an incumbent. Because of COVID, you might recall in 2020, he did a lot of campaigning from home in his basement in Delaware. And while he doesn't have that excuse, he can always use the excuse, which is valid, of I'm the president of the United States, so I have to be really careful about where I am at any particular time. So speak from the Oval Office, speak from the East Room. I think that's where he is able to present himself in the strongest, both substantive and symbolic settings.